Good day, this is Oma Bali Listens again. Today I'm going to talk with you about connection. Well, connection again, because this time I'm trying to, I will explain something to you about connection with all things from nature. Like animals, like plants, like trees, like crystals, and so on and so on. Maybe you remember that I told you about that we all have our own energy field. And it's kind of large energy field. It's about 2 to 3 meters around us. Our aura is in the front and in the back and above. Every human being has an energy field like that with its own specific vibration. All animals also have this particular or special energy field. All species have their own. But also every plant has its own energy field. And every herb has its, every crystal. All things that comes from nature have their own vibration. Like they say in Bali, everything has a soul. And they mean like to say that everything has its own energy. Oh, maybe I can also say is its own wavelength. You, as a fine-tuned human, you can learn to fine-tune and feel and sense and get messages from these living things from nature. Some people are already good in talking to animals. Other people easily connect with trees. Other people know how it is to define herbs or know what a plant is telling them, whether he's happy, whether he's in a good soil, whether he needs to be watered, and so on and so on. Every human being has his own talent to connect to something from nature. If you want to connect something from nature, the first thing you do is you put the subject or the object you want to connect with in front of you. And the first thing you do is you make the connection by using your own 5 senses. You see the object, you feel the object, you hear the object, you got a hunch of the taste, you see the structure, you see inside the subject. Maybe it's living, so maybe you can see the blood vessels or the plant, water, whatever. Get a sense with your 5 senses. Integrate this subject into yourself. And after that, you stay connected, but then you sit down and you be quiet. And while you're quiet and connected, you can ask the questions that you have. For instance, you can ask the plant whether it's good for health. You can ask the plant whether you should use it or it's maybe poisoning. You can ask the animal whether it's feeling fine or it needs something to be changed in its life. When animals have bad behavior, you can also connect with them on this way, and they will show you. They will show you. And depends on you whether you see, hear, feel with your 6th sense what the animal or the plant or the tree is saying to you. It's not easy at the beginning because we have a lot of noise on the line. We have our thinking head, we have to make our shopping lists, we get distracted from the noise, we need to eat, we need to drink, there's always something to do. But in order to hear someone or something, you had to be quiet. Just practice and let me see. And let's see or hear what kind of information you get. In order to get an even better understanding of what I'm telling, I like to give you an example from a session what I had with a dog a long time ago. The dog was a Bouvier, a big species, and his boss was calling me and asked me to come because the Bouvier had an operation and the wound would not heal properly. So I went there. I was sitting next to the dog and just look at him. What's wrong with the dog was in my head. You know this question, what's wrong with the dog? Why isn't it healing? And I was already predicting things and thinking about how to do, because you know, as a human, I always think I know better. But in this case, the dog thought, and he crawled away. I followed the dog and sat next to him again. The dog went even further away. So I thought, what's this? Then I sit down, I let go of all the things that were bothering in my mind, and I connected with the dog again. And this time I did not connect with the whole energy field of all dogs, which I thought I had to do, because yes, it's a dog, so I have to connect with the dog energy field, which contains all the dogs. But in this case, that was not right. When I was quiet, I sensed that I had to tune into the energy field of the Bouviers. Because this particular species has its own fine-tuned energy field, slightly different from all the other dogs. And at the moment I realized I had to do that, and I just did. Don't ask me how, I just did. And then the dog came to me, and he turned his head to me, and I could end the session. For him, it was very, very, very important that he has to connect with the other Bouviers, with the frequency of other Bouviers, and also the blueprint of Bouviers. Because in this particular injury the dog had, it was like he had to remember how his body was made, you know, the structure, anatomy of the Bouviers. Believe it or not, but a week after I got a telephone call that the dog was healed. Many things in nature have their own purpose to help us also. If we connect with plants, flowers, colors, you name it, crystals, then it often has the ability to help us to restore our energy field. You know, like homeopathy. Not only restore our energy field, but also activate our energy field. Many things from nature can help us, just because it has its own energy frequency. I wish you very much success and luck. We're trying to connect with something from nature, and maybe you will let me know if it works for you. For now, I wish you a very, very nice day, and see you later.